Hi, I'm AgentGelberger of Remax Realtron with my first attempt at a video post. Now, my plan for this video channel, which I hope to update fairly often, will be to address a broad range of real estate issues I hope will be of use and of relevance to home buyers and home sellers throughout the GTA. I'll try to discuss some important published info and stats from places such as the Toronto Real Estate Board, and I'll try to draw on some of my own experiences as an agent to share. Of course, I'll try to keep each one to a maximum of just a few minutes. I figured the best place to start, being as we come into the end of December, would be a wrap up of a year in review of 2011, and somewhat of an indicator of where we're heading as we enter 2012. Everyone knows it was a crazy year in the Toronto real estate market, but just what are the exact numbers? The most recent reports that are out from TREB go up to the middle of December, just last week. So let's just read through a couple of them. There were nearly 2,700 transactions through MLS during the first 14 days of December. That brings the total sales year to date up to 87,407 units. That's a 4.3% increase over 2010, and it's good enough to make 2011 the second best year on record for transactions in Toronto. Now, that was just volume. In terms of actual sales prices, through the end of November, the average price for a detached home in the 416 area was just over $776,000, a 12% increase from a year ago. In the 905 area, it was $540,300. That's a 10% increase from last year. Looking at some of the other structures in the GTA as a whole, semi-detached homes are up 11%, townhouses and condo apartments are both up about 8%. Now, there's one other set of numbers I want to point out, which I believe should be a strong indicator of the type of market we'll see heading into the new year. We came into the month of December with 15,551 homes on the market. Last year, coming into December, there were 8,642 homes on the market. In other words, doing some simple math, we have almost double the amount of inventory now as opposed to last year. That's made the market a little more balanced, as you would expect, as it tips towards buyers. Now, that doesn't mean we'll see prices fall in 2012, just that they'll increase at a slower rate. Some of the most recent predictions say between 4 and 6%, a more normal pace. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean as we close out the year for people who are in the market? Well, for buyers, that means now's a great time to buy. Assuming you're planning on buying now or at some point in the next few months, factor in our low interest rates, factor in the fact, as we said, there's a lot of inventory out there, there's a lot of nice selection to choose from. And again, knowing that prices will rise if you allow the months of 2012 to wear on, now is a great time to consider buying. That's all for now. If you have any questions or comments, perhaps suggestions or ideas on topics for future posts, please check out my website at agentgelberger.com or follow my Facebook page, AgentGelberger. Thanks so much for watching. Happy holidays to everyone. A wonderful new year to all. And remember, your referrals are always appreciated. Bye for now. Take care.